Don't wait for them to come to you. Go knocking on their door. Kick it in if you need to. Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back once again to the Dynasty Hot Seat, the only Dynasty show out there that is a certified inferno. And today we're back once again with the worst team ever. The worst team ever. It's bad. It's bad. If you don't know already, catch up in the playlist below. A few months ago, I took on the ordeal of a horrendous Dynasty orphan team. And I thought, me and you, yeah, you watching right now, we're going to fix it together. We've been building a great community here to look at everything this team needs and try and get it there. And in exciting times, we have just finished our first ever rookie draft. If you want to know what's happened so far, again, go check out the videos below. And if you are new here, hey, thanks so much for joining. Make sure you're hitting that like button, that thumbs up. And of course, if you want to stick around and see what else is happening with this team, hitting that subscribe button too. Also, would love to hear from you in the comments. Couple of new people commenting on the last video. Always great to hear from new names and faces. So hey, if you're new, make sure you leave a comment on what you think we should do next. And if you're a returning viewer as well, hey, nice to see you again. I'm sure you're all chomping at the bit to find out just what happened with the draft. So let's get right into it, shall we? So quick rundown of the draft so far, and then I'll pick up with where we left off last video. So quick run through 101. We didn't have any picks in the first round because of the dismal state of this team. We should have had the 101, but it was traded away for peanuts. Can't quite remember who, but it was bad. I don't really want to have any horrible flashbacks in my head, with my head in my hands, just, you know, hating life for this team. So quick whiz through round one: Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison, Jaden Daniels, Roma Dunze, JJ McCarthy, Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Drake May, Jonathan Brooks, Trey Benson, Bo Nix, Brian Thomas Jr. Then our first pick, we managed to get by unanimous decision. Well, not unanimous, by a huge group decision. Xavier Worthy was selected by you guys in the comment section. We got him wrapped up. Then Keon Coleman, Lad McConkey, Ricky Pearsall, Blake Corum, Michael Penix Jr., Marshawn Lloyd, Xavier Leggett, Jalen Wright, Troy Franklin, Adonai Mitchell, then Jalen Polk. We got sniped. We wanted Jalen Polk in the comments, just got sniped for him. But we were back on the board in the last video. I revealed to you some of the players we got here. We got Rome Wilson at the 3-1, which is great value. Then Ben Sinnott went. Then Malachi Corley went. Kimani Vidal, Jacob Cowing. We managed to steal, and I think the steal of the draft, steal Jermaine Burton at 3-6. I absolutely love that pick. That's certainly going to go up in value, I think. Tyrone Tracy went off the board at 3-7. Audric Estimate at 3-8. Jalen McMillan at 3-9. Braille Allen went 3-10. And then Jatavion Sanders went at 3-11. So we were back on the clock at 3-12, at 4-1, and then also at 4-8. So with the pick at 3-12, I have never seen a more unanimous choice. My goodness me. Let me just take a minute to read off. And by the way, thank you all so much for the amount of comments on the last video. It is a new record for the Dynasty Hot Seat. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you all so much. Please forgive me as I read off some of the names. You can see some of the comments flying up on the screen now. I'll read out every single one who recommended that we get this particular player. So thank you so much to Taylor, Cheesehead, Forsaken Guardian, Kyle, Dominic, Chris, John G. Thank you to Kara, to CJ, to Sports Talk 9543. Thank you to Matt, to Corbin, to Taylor, to Ali, to Astronomical, to Mark, to Sebastian, love that name by the way, to Jonathan, to David, to Eje, to Estevez, and to Benji. You all said, go get Javon Baker. We got him. We got him at 3-12, building that wide receiver core up really nicely. So we have Xavier Worthy, Roman Wilson, Jermaine Burton, and now Javon Baker added to the mix. We were on the clock again immediately at 4-1, and again, overwhelming support for this player, and we got him too. So once again, forgive me for reading off the screen, but I gotta let everybody know that we got the guy that you wanted. So thank you so much to Taylor, Cheesehead, Forsaken Guardian, John, Kyle, Dylan, Chris, John G, RB Raven, Taylor S, apologies, Matt, David, Astronomical, my guy said Boyce Jane in there again, And to Jonathan, who said, go get Spencer Rattler. We got him too at 4-1. Absolutely delighted. Then at 4-2, Bucky Irving, Ray Davis at 4-3, Will Shipley at 4-4, Luke McCaffrey at 4-5, Devontae Walker at 4-6, Brendan Rice, who was someone who a couple of people asked for, he just went at 4-7. We were back on the clock at 4-8. This was less suggested, but just pipping to the post, we had a couple of guys. We had Taylor, BMU, and the Forsaken Guardian saying, go out and go get Lobe, that guy who catches passes at the Giants. So we went and we got him too at 4-8. Isaac Garendo followed at 4-9. Then we had Theo Johnson, Malik Washington, and Cade Stover. Let me just pull up the screen here for you to have a look at this in all its absolute glory. So coming out of the draft, we've ended up with Spencer Rattler, Dylan Lobby, whatever. Lobby. Xavier Worthy, Roman Wilson, Jermaine Burton, and Javon Baker. Love it. Absolutely love it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for all of your suggestions. Yeah, brilliant work. So I suppose the big question is, now what? Well, as you can see, for the first time in a long time, we got no active trades out there at the moment. We did have a couple of trade offers on the table, but I mean, you guys weren't really happy with them. Neither was I. So we're going to keep plugging away. We have to keep trying. But I know Kara, CJ, King Rex, Mark, Chris, Tyler, Garrett, BMU, and Trex. You guys are feeling the pain here. We're not really getting a lot of traction with these trade offers. So all I can ask, guys, is let's not lose heart. Let's keep trying. Let's keep pushing away with some trade offers. There has been some discussion about what to do. I've sort of been working behind the scenes based on some comments, which we'll get to, but there's kind of something we have to deal with first, which is, if you have a look, we're 5 players over the limit. 5. Now, I know that Chris has already been suggesting some things for this. Chris says we should go ahead and cut Jimmy G, Davis Mills, Zach Wilson, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Malik Willis, Joshua Kelly, and then Jackson and Butte as well. Let's have a look at Team Mags to Riches here and see who we could end up cutting. So we're not going to cut Kirk Cousins or Dobbins. AJ Dillon could be a cut candidate based on the competition he's got at Green Bay. I don't really see him doing too much. I don't think anyone will want to trade for him. Maybe we could get a 4th round pick, but I doubt it. T. Higgins, we obviously weren't. Xavier Worthy, we're not going to cut. Jolton Schultz, we won't. Roman Wilson, Jermaine Burton, Javon Baker. No. Daniel Jones, no. Brissett, no. I think he's got a bit of value. Minshew, no. Definitely got some value. Jameis Winston, potential cut candidate. Do you think we should cut him? This is going to be the pinned message, by the way. So if you're thinking, how do I let Mags know? This is the pinned message. Who do we cut? Just leave a couple of names. The most popular 5 names at the end of this, I will cut them. So Jameis Winston, for me, he's a potential cut candidate. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Chris has already mentioned. They're the same team, so we should probably cut one of them. Jimmy G, again, probably a cut candidate. He's suspended. He's at LA. Yeah. Zach Wilson, number 2 at Denver. Again, probably cuttable. Davis Mills, probably cuttable. Kareem Hunt, does he have a team? Probably cuttable. I don't know. Jackson, let's have a look. Done with Giants. Deion Jackson, he's on IR, is he? Yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm not really up to date on Deion Jackson news. I think he's been released by the Giants. He's on injured reserve. He's definitely a cut candidate for sure. Joshua Kelly, has he not got a team? He's not got a team on Sleeper. He might have also been cut. So I think we could probably cut him too. Michael Carter, my name is Jeff Wilson. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Good old Lobby as well. Noah Brown. There's so much competition there. Noah Brown's almost cuttable as well, to be honest, guys. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's just crap, right? He's probably cuttable too. KJ Osborne, I actually quite like KJ Osborne. He might be a sneaky player this year. Darren Waller, has he retired yet? I don't know. If he does, he's cuttable, I suppose. No one bit on that offer. We tried to sell him. No one took it. Noah Fant, he's probably not cuttable. Mike Gesicki, we'll see what happens. with him. And then our taxi squad is a bunch of guys. Trey Tucker, Spencer Rattler, Spiller, Willis. We could cut. Cole Turner, we can probably cut. There's like 2 tight ends ahead of him. And good old Keyshawn Sex Party Butte, right? Here's our picks for 25, by the way, in case anyone wants to know early. A second, 1, 2, 3 thirds, and 2 fourths. So, based on all of that good stuff, ladies and gentlemen, can you tell me who should we cut? Simple question. Okay, let's pick up with the league messages because quite a few things have happened. This is where we left off last time. Whenever we actually timed out of a pick, whenever the timer was set and I was at work in a different time zone, we missed a pick. It ended up not being a guy that we wanted, but thankfully it was undone and we were able to make the picks that we want to make. So we see here things that happened. Cam Akers was cut. Do we want to pick up Cam? People were on the clock, blah, 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 blah. Dameon Pierce goes on the block. I mean, if you're a long-time listener of the Dynasty Hotseat, hopefully you sold Dameon Pierce when I told you to, because now look at him. We wouldn't pay a fourth for Dameon Pierce, right? Then more people on the clock. Draft completed. Tim Patrick, he gets dropped. He might be an interesting guy to pick up, right? Chase Edmonds gets dropped. Don't think we're interested in him. Clayton Toon, no interest. Bailey Zappi, no interest. Malik Davis. He is a running back for the Cowboys. Do we take a risk that it might be Malik Davis is the guy? It's probably not going to be, right? Samaje Perine, who's behind 2 guys now, I think. Jordan Mason, he's not going to see the field. Kevin Harris. Darius Slayton. Gerald Everett, who's buried in that depth chart now at Chicago. Devontae Parker, who's went to the Eagles. Kenny McIntosh, running back at Seattle. And then this happened where 10 waiver claims were processed immediately after the draft ended at what was, I think, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. my time. So Travis and Eric All and Frank Gore and Jaheim Bell and Rasheen Ali and Vaki and Wiley and Johnny Wilson and Gold and Bob Means all went. So I sort of said, it's a bit of a shame for the waivers to open immediately. I had no chance here to even bid for some of these players. Didn't have a chance. I also said we have like 5-6 players to cut, so it might not made a difference anyway. Braxton Barry saying I'll cut. And then Aselmo just says, look, just terrible timing. So that kind of happened, which was a bit of a shame. Look at that. Kenny Pickett got cut. PJ Walker got cut. Elijah Dotson got cut. Hunter Renfro. John Mechie got cut. Poor John Mechie. Evan Hull getting cut there. Sky Moore. Look at that. Sky Moore cut from a roster. Do we want to pick him up? Kendrick Bourne cut. I think we should pick up Kendrick Bourne, by the way. That's a sneaky guy. That's what I'm thinking here. We could get him, right? Connor Hayward got cut. And then CI Buckeye kind of hopped in. I think the waivers from last night should be reversed, unlocked for a few days after the draft. I took the last pick at this time, and the waivers were 10 minutes later. That does not give the full league ample timing to do waivers. I only did one request, and when I went to change my bid, it was too late. Only 3 people got a chance, and then asked Swanty, the commissioner, to read above. So more people got cut. Zach Evans, Tanner Hudson, Joe Flacco, Chris Brooks. Wanty says he realized that now. He thought it was going to be in 2 days like normally. And then there's been a vote on waivers. I've said yep. So no one has agreed to keep it the same. Most people have voted for yes with stipulations since it's known who people want. So I don't really know what the stipulations are. My thought on stipulations is just letting these guys keep the people we bid the most on so we don't have to outbid our old bids. Okay. But then you're just keeping the best players. So I think we should leave a comment saying that. Kyle Phillips went. Matt Collins went. Reese Samet was picked up. Yeah. I mean, I think this must have been an old claim that was in here. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and leave a little comment saying that kind of ruins it as well. You're just getting the best players. So yeah, I just said, look, then you're just getting the best players then, right? You're getting the pick of the waivers anyway, which kind of sucks. It should just be an even playing field. It should just be waivers are open, bid what you like. If you have to give up more fab, then you're just paying what you would have had to pay anyway if everyone had a fair chance. So I think that's a reasonable comment to make. Here are the rookies that are still available also. So we have AJ Barner, Jace McClellan, I don't even know who that is. Culp, who is he? Devin Culp. Yeah, he's there. Holker, a lot of tight ends. Giovanni Thrash, I do quite like. Anais Smith, look out for him on returns this year. Don't see a huge role for him in that stacked Eagles wide receiver room, sadly, though. Yeah, a bunch of guys. If anybody sees someone here, I'm just kind of scrolling down slowly. Jawar Jordan is actually a guy I do quite like because I think he can beat out Dameon Pierce. He's a guy, for obvious reasons, Isaac Guerrero is getting a lot of praise, but when push came to shove at college, it was Jawar Jordan doing the pushing and doing the shoving, not Isaac Guerrero, his teammate. So just he's a sneaky one that we could pick up. Yeah, other guys here. I know a lot of people like Pratt, who's at Green Bay, though, so don't really see too much happening there. Yeah, Cody Schrader, a guy I liked, but, he's buried in that depth chart. Okay, so those are the rookies that are there. Free agents, Darius Slayton, Kendrick Bourne, Everett, Hudson, Parker. Yeah. Khalif Raymond, your usual guys that you would expect to see here. No one really that special, I don't think. In terms of the messages with the teammates, I know that Garrett had been asking a little about both Rashee Rice and our 2025 first, both of which are owned by our good old friend Nomad64. Someone pointed out, I think it was Kev, the Dynasty man himself, was like, do we think Nomad's name is Damon? Because it's kind of spelled backwards. And then, yeah, I don't know what this picture is. Is that like a metal band, or is that, I don't know what that is. Like, yeah, Damon, is Damon like the devil child? I don't know. But yeah, Nomad, we asked, QB-wise, you need anyone? He said he's not sure yet, probably going to try and trade for Goff or D-Watt plus for a QB upgrade after the draft. Say, look, I've got Kirk, I got Daniel Jones. If you're interested in either, also Rashee Rice. What's your price in him after all this off the field stuff? Rashee Rice, I mean, just doing his absolute best to get Xavier Worthy's stock to rise. I think he must own Xavier Worthy in a lot of dynasty leagues because this guy is just crushing his value right now. But let's see what Nomad said. He said he doesn't think that either Kirk Cousins or Daniel Jones is an upgrade over Deshaun Watson, but maybe them plus a player and a pick. And Rashee Rice, he said, probably just going to hold him. His value will go back up after whatever repercussions he gets. He says he doesn't sell low ever. Yeah, I just said, no worries. I'll ask about Kirk and DJ in the next deal, in the next vid. If you don't have any offers in mind, that works. Feel free to send it over. I can discuss. No offer coming over. So, I mean, do we bother? Like, he's already made it clear that he wants to keep that 25 first. I don't know what kind of offer we can send over for Jones or Kirk. Let's look at his team. Team league. Oh, the schedule is out. We're playing Bills Mafia first. Cool. We got our schedule out. Right, Team Nomad. Josh Allen. Let's zoom in. Josh Allen. We're not going to get him. ETN. We're not going to get him. Nico Collins. Probably not. Neighbors will be great to get, but again, probably not. Pitts. Probably not. He's got Deshaun Watson. And he's got Jared Goff. So he's got Allen, Watson, and Goff. Yeah, maybe he doesn't really need a quarterback then. I don't think we're going to get the best deal out of good old Nomad for this. He's got Mixon, Gainwell, Gray, Tracy, Elliott, Tucker, White, McLaughlin, Addison. Yeah, I'm feeling fairly pessimistic about getting a deal done with a quarterback with Nomad here because, like he said, he has 3 pretty good, pretty solid quarterbacks already. So why don't we look at which team does need a quarterback? So Wanty, he's got Kyler, Dak, Tua, and Drake May. He doesn't need a quarterback. Anselmo, he's got Trevor Lawrence, Geno Smith, and Justin Fields. I think he might need a quarterback. Let's go and let's message Anselmo. Let me note that down. So let's message Anselmo about a quarterback. Saitama's got Mahomes, Levis, Tannehill, Clifford, and Heineke. He could do with a third guy, Nomad, as we talked about, he's got Allen, Jaden Daniels, Deshaun Watson, Jared Goff. He doesn't need a quarterback. So we're not going to be able to get that 2025 first off of Nomad with a quarterback, unfortunately. I think we've already been through it with T. Higgins. He doesn't seem to want him. I think it's going to be real tough to get that 25 first. We can maybe message them again, just like, look, give us an offer for that 25 first. What is your offer? Like, let us know. That might be an idea. Nathaniel, he's got Caleb Williams, Russell Wilson, and Derek Carr. He could be a guy worth messaging, you know. Let's do it with Nathaniel, because he looks like he could do with another guy. See, yeah, Buckeye. Oh, my goodness me. He's got a lot of quarterbacks. Stroud, Herbert, crap. Stafford, Mayfield, backup, crap. Right, he's got a lot of rubbish ones, but he still has Stroud and Herbert and Stafford and Mayfield. He don't need one. Rye, he's got Anthony Richardson, Brock Purdy, and no one else really. Let's message my guy Rye as well. Let's see if we can get him interested in a quarterback. Chadley, he's got Lamar and Burrow and Penix. Maybe worth messaging. Yeah. Why not? Let's message Chadley as well, shall we, and see what we can get out of him. Bills Mafia's got Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers, Bo Nix, Drew Lock, and Sam Ellinger. He's got 3 startable guys. Probably won't need another there. Brent's got Bryce Young, AOC, Darnold, and that's our guy. See? Bit of research, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you should be doing in all your leagues. Looking who needs what. Don't wait for them to come to you. Go knocking on their door. Kick it in if you need to. We need to get rid of these guys. So let's do it. And then good old Sean M. He's got Hurts, JJ McCarthy, and then some backups. So Sean M as well. A lot of people needing quarterbacks here. Let's message them all. Getting these players advertised out there. Because so many of them are quarterback desperate. Someone surely has to take the bait. All right, let's start with a Selmo and let's actually copy. Send. Just looking, we also have Minshew, so let's paste that in and put in Minshew as well, and let's recopy that and send that to Saitama and all the others too, shall we? Okay, sent to my guy Rye as well. We got it sent to Sean M2. Chadley being messaged as well. And all the other guys too. You can see those messages right up the top. Selmo, Rye, Sean M, Chadley, Nathaniel, Brent, and oh, hello. Ooh, we got Saitama right now asking price for Cousins. It's not I can't really say. I'll just hey. So it's like, hey, I'm actually recording now. I can't really say until the comments come in. But if you have an offer, fire it over and I'll ask in this video. So let's get to a few other bits and pieces and see if Saitama comes back in the next few minutes with an offer that I can pose to you at the end of the video. That'll be cool. So again, let's circle back to the 2 main things. Who do we drop? Who do we pick up? I know in a previous video, Dominic had mentioned that we should pick up Chase Claypool as well, now that he is over at the Buffalo Bills. So that is someone that we could consider as well. Has anyone responded to my last message? No, not yet, but we'll see if we can get full on fairness with the waivers. I know the saying is the early bird gets the worm, but I ain't getting up at 3 in the morning for anything, guys. That isn't the Super Bowl. So yeah, that's not happening for waivers. Sorry. Now, in the last video, Benji had asked about the league ID as well. I think that just helps people track any trades or track what's going on in the league. So if you're interested in that, it's on the screen right now. Pause the video, record down the league ID if you want it and want to use it in any kind of trade trackers or I don't know what the hell you can do with it, but some people obviously out there can do wonders with just a league ID. So there it is. Check it out if you want. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of another episode of the worst team ever here on the Dynasty Hot Seat. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, please leave in a comment. Love to hear from all the regulars and, of course, especially all the new people dropping comments too. If you've listened to these episodes, you've never dropped a comment, today's the day. Just give me a few names. Who should I be dropping? And also, if you've not already, make sure you are dropping a like and a subscribe as well. Very much appreciated. Let me just check one last time. Have we got a response? No. Nope. No response from Saitama. So let's spitball some ideas. So Thomas asked, what's the price on Cousins? What are we going to say? Probably want picks, right? Probably want picks. What kind of things should we want for good old Kirk Cousins? And then again, check those pinned comments. Who do we drop? Who do we pick up? Let me know. Been a pleasure as always. And you know how we do. Cue that goddamn dramatic music. This has been another episode of The Worst Team Ever. At least the worst for now. And everyone, please remember, greatness is not born. It's built. See you next time.